Chapter 6. The Lantaville Legends are in their training facility. They hear an urgent announcement over the intercom. Incident at the Lantaville Penitentiary. Sarah rushes to her locker to change into her uniform. She feels her robotic arm and notices something odd. She pulls a device out of her arm that she doesn't recognize. As she studies it, Johnny snatches it out of her hand, puts it in his mouth, inhales, and lets out a large cloud of vapor, much of it going in Sarah's face.
Oh, sweet. It's fully charged. You used my arm to charge your fucking vape? What's the big deal? It drains my battery, and you look like a douche.
Quit arguing and get in the hovercraft. Moments later, the Legends arrive at the Lantaville Penitentiary to see three villains attacking the prison's defenses. First is Cicada, a man with small wings on his back who can fly and shoot poison stingers from his palm. Second is Grand Cannon, a tall man with a huge forehead known for his elite throwing ability. He carries a satchel of battle balls on his hip. Finally, Bunker, a massive man, 6 feet and 8 inches tall, with lean and efficient muscle, wearing a Teflon tracksuit. Cicada is flying above the walls of the prison. The guards at the tower fire at him with flying fists, but he dodges in flight and taunts them. Grand Cannon throws battle balls at the walls of the prison in an attempt to break it. It holds for now, but small cracks emerge. The prison guards fire at him, but Bunker stands in front of him, protecting him from the impact. Skip Chipley and Chip Skipley provide commentary from a broadcast booth that hovers above the action. Skip begins.
Welcome to the Lantaville Penitentiary for our matchup between the Lantaville Legends and the attacking super gang, the Bruise Control.
That's right, Skip. It appears the Bruise Control are attempting to free a fellow criminal. Let's see if the Lantaville Legends are up to the task of preventing this escape.
The Lion is arguably the most powerful hero on Earth, but the Bruise Control present a unique challenge with a balance of flight, strength, and long-range accuracy.
This will be a great way to cap off our double-header. Ha ha ha.
Puns are nothing more than a distraction from the futility of existence.
I tell you, Skip, it's an amazing feeling to watch these super beings in action.
Absolutely, Chip. Watching these super beings reminds me that us mortals are nothing more than insignificant pawns in this pointless game we call life.
Lantaville is led by last season's MVP, Marcus Holloway, a.k.a. The Lion. The Lion has claimed he wants to finish his career in Lantaville, but there are rumors swirling about a possible team-up in Miego with the Hound Barrier, the fastest woman on the planet.
It's hard to imagine the Lion being anywhere else. Lantaville is where he was bitten by the radioactive lion that gave him his powers.
We all know about the charitable work he's done for the community here.
Along with the Lion will be the sexily versatile human army knife.
Really, Skip? Sexily versatile? That's the best you could come up with?
Samantha kicked me out of the house. I've been sleeping in my car and taking showers at the gym, so forgive me for not being on my fucking A-game tonight.
I'm aware, dipshit. I'm attached to your neck. Also, with the Lion is, what's the other guy's name? A orangutan guy?
I'll look it up. Searching for mediocre superheroes near me. Gorilla Man. Yeah, right. It's Gorilla Man.
We're in for a great matchup tonight, Skip.
I can't wait. Anything to distract me from my broken family and massive gambling debt. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
The broadcast goes to a commercial showing a series of images with a voiceover in the background. First, an elderly couple hula hooping in an open field. Life is hard. Luckily, Farm Tech makes it better. Talk to your doctor about getting a prescription for treeleafamine. If you take treeleafamine, you will be just as happy as the people you see in the commercials. Next, an image of a husband and wife clinking wine glasses together. Treeleafamine is potentially dangerous for those with red hair, blonde hair, black hair, brown hair, and bald people. Other side effects may include, wow, that is a long list. Honestly, I can't pronounce most of these. Just look it up and you'll get the gist. And finally, we see an image of a student graduating from college and throwing their cap in the air. Talk to your doctor to see if triliphamine is right for you. Even if they say no, you probably have a friend with a prescription who might sell you some. We're not telling you to do that, but we're also not saying not to. What are you, a cop? Just be cool about it. Brought to you by Farm Tech. Back at the prison, the Lantaville legends confront the Bruise Control. Stand down at once. Cicada puts his hands on his hips and mocks Marcus.
Stand down at once. Captain Homework is here to save the day.
Mocking me won't help your future broken bones heal any faster.
And those lame-ass threats won't help your bitch-ass save the planet, you ringless motherfucker.
Let's get on with it.
And look at that weak-ass chain. What does NL mean? Necklace? We already know it's a necklace, dumbass.
Enough talk. Let's battle. Marcus lets out a thundering roar and stomps the ground, causing a quake that knocks Bunker and Grand Cannon off their feet. Cicada takes off, avoiding the quake, and shoots stingers from his palms at Marcus from an aerial position. Marcus lets out a loud roar, its power deflecting the stingers back towards Cicada, who dodges just in time. Grand Cannon throws a battle ball at Sarah. She dives out of the way. Grand Cannon throws another at Marcus, who plants his feet in the ground, catches it, and absorbs the impact. He lifts it over his head and throws it back. Bunker steps in its path. It knocks him down, but his Teflon tracksuit holds and limits the impact. Johnny and Sarah chase Cicada as he taunts them from the air. Sarah fires her wrist rocket at him, a device installed into her metal forearm that fires miniature rockets. Cicada takes cover behind the walls of the prison as the rockets detonate against the other side.
How are we gonna get up there?
Activate spring feet.
You know you don't have to narrate every attachment.
Sarah pushes a button on her shoes and coiled springs pop out, sending her 30 feet in the air at Cicada. She throws a punch. He dodges, then shoots a stinger into her neck. She falls, dizzy and uncontrolled. Marcus makes a diving catch, saving her before she hits the ground. Bunker charges Marcus and punches him in the head, and Grand Cannon hits him in the chest with a battle ball, knocking him down. Johnny uses his gorilla hands and feet to climb a tree to reach Cicada. He leaps up to the walls of the prison, where Cicada floats. He takes an aggressive swing at Cicada, who pulls his head back, causing Johnny to miss the punch, lose his footing, and fall hard into the grass. Johnny gets up and charges Grand Cannon. He wraps his arms around him and drives his legs into the ground in an attempt to tackle him, but to no effect. Grand Cannon stiff-arms Johnny, sending him to the ground like a rag doll, then throws a battle ball at Marcus, which connects and knocks him off balance. Sarah doses herself with the antidote, then extends her arm to punch Cicada into a tree. She flips out a sword attachment from her arm and takes an aggressive swipe at Cicada, but he flies out of the way, and the sword hits the tree, denting it. Suddenly, her power shuts down, and she loses control of all her robotic functions.
I hate that fucking gorilla with his vape.
Cicada flies backward to give himself room to build momentum, then flies into Sarah at full speed, punching her and knocking her out. Johnny charges Grand Cannon, who prepares to throw a battle ball at him. Battle balls are strong enough to bother Marcus, which means they're strong enough to break Johnny. Johnny charges. Grand Cannon steps into the throw, and the battle ball zooms toward Johnny's average body. Marcus leaps in the way at the last second and takes the impact in the stomach, saving his friend. Marcus isn't severely injured, but it certainly takes the wind out of him. Cicada flies over him and snatches his necklace.
Now you have no ring and no chain, bitch.
Marcus is exhausted on the ground. Grand Cannon throws another battle ball at the wall of the prison, which finally gives way and breaks. Bunker goes inside and escorts an eye-patched prisoner out into their hovercraft. The guards fire at them, but Bunker's tracksuit shields them. All three step onto the hovercraft as a few other prisoners escape through the hole. Cicada tosses them contact cards.
If any of y'all are looking for work, this is how you find us. We do believe in second chances.
The Bruise Control escape in a hovercraft. Marcus regains his energy and manages to track down and apprehend some, but not all, of the escaping prisoners. A short while later, Marcus answers questions at the post-battle press conference. Many reporters shout over each other in an attempt to get a question in. The first reporter says,
"What went wrong tonight?"
"We gotta communicate.
We started off well, but towards the end of the battle, everyone was doing their own thing. We gotta be on the same page.
Another reporter says,
You blew the lead once again. What is it like to let your city down over and over?
As team captain, it's my job to take the blame when things go wrong. I accept that.
People say you're the greatest hero on Earth, but you've never even saved the planet. You have no rings and no killer instinct.
I'm just here to do my job. Y'all can figure out the narratives and rumors.
A third reporter says,
Most sensible people realize this wasn't your fault. You were hit by that final shot because you had to protect Gorilla Man. He hasn't contributed offensively or defensively, and you've had to protect him, which distracts you from battle. Would you agree?
Winning and losing battles is a team effort. This wasn't any one person's fault. We all have to get better, including myself.
Historically, it requires a strong all-around team to save the planet. Lots of people doubt whether Gorilla Man is a powerful enough sidekick for the task.
Gorilla Man is my brother. That will never change.
There are rumors of a possible team-up with a Hound Barrier in Miego. You two would make a formidable duo.
Like I said, y'all can figure out the rumors.